Greetings, hello there. Welcome back, everyone, to the Paladin's Keep. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Saturday. We got a lot of quests to do, and we are going to get them done before we make our way to Baklad. Well, we kind of have to somewhat make our way to Baklad first. Help you today? Grant Cass, what did we acquire recently? We know that they are making him the Holy Prince, so they just crowned Olivier as the successor to the throne. Remember, they stole that from Dion Lesage, which is how we found out it was pronounced, not Lesage. Yeah, we visited Sidolphus's grave. We visited with quite a bit of people. Nothing else major past there.
One must understand one's place in the world.
I visited the ruin of Sid's hideaway to offer prayer for his fallen friend. Yep, did that.
Very good.
We did that. Okay, so now we can keep moving forward. We do have to do a bit of Leighton's Cleft, get the Baklad, and then we can start wrapping these quests up. Eastern Dalmekia. Turn this real quick. Boom. Look at Torgal. A goodest boy. I like how our sword looks very much like a katana. Onward. Okay, we might be able to dip out now. Haha, we are able to. So we're going to start here in Northreach. We got two quests here. One, we have to fight the Bomb King, which is done here. And then we have to do payback. So we're going to need to speak with the Dame. And we're going to speak with the Dame first. Get that out of the way, and then we'll go fight the Bomb King. For the payback quest, what we're doing is, if you remember, we found out that we are 15 million gil in debt. So we have 3 benefactors who we owe. They said 5,000 talents, which equates to 5 million gil. So we have to pay that back, but we're doing so with these like stones, these pretty expensive gems that are worth twice that much. So they're getting an advance on top of what we owe them.
Come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Yep, the Star Ruby.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
She was here thinking, oh, we're trying to hit on her with this
Tell
fancy
Otto he
gem.
can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Alright. Now we're going to go locate the Bomb King, which we can do from the Dragon's Eyrie. Oh, let's upgrade some of our abilities first. Because we have 4,000 points. First off, we're going to upgrade Blind Justice, because that gives me the ability to use it more, which we want. We want to upgrade Master Rising Flames and Scarlet Cyclone. Done. Let's go ahead and get Flames of Rebirth. I might swap out Ignition for it. 3 points of damage, 3 points of damage, 3 points of stun. Yeah, we might. We haven't made that decision yet. And then we're gonna get Raging Fists. We're gonna buy that, and then we are going to buy upgrade. No, we're not using any of those. Let's test it out. Let's instead of Ignition, let's test out Flames of Rebirth. Oh, we don't have it mastered yet. Well, that's why we mastered the stuff. We'll wait till we master it. Rising Flames damage by 10%, which is good because that's what we want.
You're finished.
Here we go. That's the Bomb King right there. It is a notorious mark. The Bomb King. Only a B grade.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Nice. Ah, you thought, buddy. Got him. Look at that. GG. Easy money. And we got the bomb member. It's not all we need, though. We need to collect
Your
now
reign is
the
over.
bomb member.
Good. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it.
Okay, now we give that to Owen later. Now we are going to go to Martha's Rest. We got to give another ruby stone to Martha, and then we got to go to Cressida to kill these antelope for Torgal. Then we go to Dalamil.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
The Star Ruby. Oh my goodness.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
Oof.
That
Get
and you
wrecked,
keep good
Sid.
company.
Get wrecked. We're twice as
I
stubborn,
suppose I do.
or we're half as stubborn and twice as handsome. Get wrecked, Sidolphus Telemon.
We'll want to know the
You just
stars
got
were
told
delivered.
off in like a weird, pretty weird way. But we'll take it. Okay. So we've officially paid off our debts to both Martha and Isabel, but there's still one last person. I think it's Lady Karen back at the hideaway that we still owe the last of the 5,000 talents to. So I think we have another star ruby for her, but we're not going back to the hideaway just yet because we have to go kill these elder antelopes in Cressida for Torgal. Boop. And we'll call it a day there. Let's get a going. We're gonna need to start saving up ability points again. Granted, I probably should have considered trying to master the Flames of Rebirth, but we'll live. We've been quite literally slaughtering everything that we see with the current ability setup that we have, so I don't think losing Ignition is going to be really that big of a deal. So it's not like something that we need to do desperately. It really helps when we're fighting like big mobs of people, but then again, I think Flames of Rebirth is going to do just about the same thing. If we can get everyone bunched up and drop a sick Flames of Rebirth, like what? Who's going to stop us?
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. Yeah, we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal? Give me thunder!
That's it. See? Flames of Rebirth is not like ultimately necessary. That's just a small taste of what we do. And what we do, we get it done. That's for sure.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
Hopefully. He's a big boy, don't get me wrong. Dude getting... Well, we just instantly have bone? Okay. That'll work.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks.
No, we do. So we're gonna have to go back to Harpocrates. Okay.
I'm just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Goodest boy. One good doge.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Okay. So now we go to Dalamil, and it's just... Yeah, so it's just, maybe we're not going back to Harpocrates. Maybe we're just going back to Lady Karen on that one. Regardless, we have to find Ignac.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's fang is gone. The whole
Should be in here. Any one of these rooms? In here? Yeah, found him.
My reputation will be ruined.
Ruined!
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 Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
How dare they.
I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Before you do
Get out!
yourself a
I
mischief.
paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet
bandit's
inquiries
bed.
made on his lordship's behalf, mean
bandit's
that I
bed.
know where you might find them.
Off we go.
The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamon is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
What's going to be the nicest way to get there? There isn't. We're just going to have to run for it. Okay. That's fine with me. I'm able to kill some creatures on the way. I'll make it work. Kill the chocobo. Trying to kill it. Another chocobo. Uh-oh. Go, 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 go. Get wrecked. 171 experience points. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Sunhounds. Oh, way to go, Toro. You killed one. Nice job. Oh, we'll charge on this way and kill these chocobos. 4 chocobo? Yeah, we can kill 4 chocobos. No problem. What are we looking at money-wise? 200,000. That's pretty good. Uh-oh. Get him, get him, get him. Ooh, gold item. And the gold items aren't like anything like crazy in terms of like getting like the bloody hides and stuff. You just get more of it than you normally do on a regular drop. Granted, I am not in need of bloody hides where it's like, oh, that's a lifesaver. Hit the guy. Come on. Alright.
What company? Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Got the dodge. Yeet. There we go. Nice work. Dodge. Ooh.
Nice try.
Got him. Boom. Okay. We gotta start spending some money. So we're gonna go around the shops here in just a moment. Once we wrap up with this stuff
This
and
must
start
be
buying
Mac's
some
luggage.
things.
Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
I think they're just gonna transport me back. Yep. They're just gonna take me back themselves. I'll take it.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
Wow.
But it is the final
20,000
stone
licks
which
with
lends
the sharpening
blade its
stone.
legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my
Wyvern.
regards.
Keeps calling me Wyvern. He knows me from back in the
very
Empire.
Stone of which I spoke.
Because that is what
Far rarer among
that's what
collectors
Clive
than
went
even
by
the
when he
blade
was a
itself,
part of the
and a far more
Holy
fitting
Empire of
name.
Sunbreak.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Okay, we are all done with our quests outside of Blocklad. So we're going to go back to the hideaway, turn all these bad boys in, and then head back to Leighton's Cleft and get moved on with the rest of the game. We'll do our shopping a bit before, though. Oh yeah, we're going to have to go. We'll make our rounds first. So we'll start here.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
The Elder Antelope Femur.
You can, aye. Oh, nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Okay, we're going to start next with Blackthorn, then we'll go to Tomes.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully he'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
Yep.
I did better than that.
20,000 licks with the Sharpstone. Or with the Whetstone. And there's the Whetstone. Congratulations.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles.
Okay.
I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm
I think
sure
this
the
is when
curse
we
breakers
get...
will be delighted.
I think we're getting a sword from this.
Don't push
We'll have
yourself too
to
hard.
forge it, I believe, but I think we're getting a sword out
Don't
of
you
this
worry
one.
about me, sunshine.
Could
I've
be
been
wrong.
working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come
Yeah, I
and
think
find me when you've
right?
got the
Yeah,
materials.
it's a sword. We're getting a sword out of
Right.
this one. I wonder if it's the
well.
Excalibur, because I think it's the Excalibur blade that we get out of this. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Excalibur design draft. Yep, so we do get Excalibur out of this, and we can go ahead and try to see if we can forge Excalibur. What a legendary blade. Excalibur is not something that's foreign to the Final Fantasy series. I know in the first Final Fantasy, for example, you could get the Excalibur.
Not bad.
We are going to go ahead and equip that, and I think from here we are good. Yeah. So if we look at our new blade, it's got kind of like that traditional knight style to it, which I really, really, really love. You can look a little bit along the blade and see that it looks a bit layered, at least in terms of like you have what seems to be a little bit more of like a raised part of the metal that they smoothed down towards the edge of the blade there at the bottom. The pommel it's kind of got that classic rounded. Overall, it's just got a general knight theme to it, very Arthurian.
Well, don't
So,
just
I love
stand
it.
there gawping.
Bone to
Don't
pick.
know many fleshes who deal in cuts that size. Well, that doesn't mean I don't know some.
Browse
If you're
Karen's
gonna buy some,
Toll.
be quick about it.
Let's buy that.
find a
Let's
better
buy
price than that.
that. Buy a few new tunes. We don't. Yeah, we don't.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay, we are
Or
golden.
don't.
Let's
I'm
go
not
check the
going to.
Orchestrion and see what we got going on here. So we have Lovely, Dark, and Deep. Into the Mire. Let's stick with the rose as a rose for now.
The nobleman who visited.
Open the doors. And let's go speak with Harpocrates before we go back to Goat and then Owen.
Ah, Clive.
And then we should wrap
Are
up
you
that.
able to
That's going to
locate
wrap up
your
all the
quarry?
quests from that point.
We were indeed, Lawsman.
So that'll be
He
good.
pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Yes,
Lady
indeed.
Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
Right.
You
So they're
suggesting-
not the same, but they're kind of?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power.
Hmm.
Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid.
Oh, so he's like
Short.
the joint.
Icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw?
So he's kind of like Clive, where
Diverse
he
to
can
plenty.
utilize the power of multiple
That
different
number
icons.
has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
All right, got Cavil's Fang. So we got a few good things there. Let's look at Torgal's pedigree real quick. Yeah, here. So he is a lading looser. That's his pedigree, lading looser. So as you can see, it affects his attack potency and increases as Torgal accompanies Clive into battle. So his normal attack and his ravage attack are doing really, really well. And then also we have the Blood of Fenrir, the Ecliptic Howl, the Howling Moon, Smite of Rage, and the Banish. So I think that's when he's in this form. So he gets different abilities when he's turned into his Frostwolf appearance, which is cool. Okay, so now we're going to go to Goat and let him know that we handled the hay back. I think this is when he's going to say, oh, we're technically missing one. I don't remember us going to Lady Karen about the debt that we owe her, because we handled Martha's debt, we handled Isabel's debt.
She was building a ship.
Uh-oh, do we have new hunts? Or is it just clearing out the Bomb King? I think it's just clearing out the... Yeah, it's just clearing out the Bomb King. Okay. Well, you know. Gotta clear that out.
Good. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
I didn't mean to press X there, I'm so sorry.
About that, I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it.
Oh, so
She
we're gonna
threw
have
it
to go
right
back.
back in my
Yeah.
face, in fact.
So this is where it's like
Told
we go
me
back and we
I could
handle it.
stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Uh-oh.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right, we'll
All right
turn
there, Sid.
Owen's bomb
How's
ash
that hunt
in.
for the bomb ash going?
It's going
Over
great. We
here.
got it. So there you go. Take it.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well,
Hey, what is up, Atronach? How have you been? Hey there. Sorry, been a bit busy and all that. You don't have to apologize to me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you've been doing well. My question for you is, how's work been? How's life been? How have you been? I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for stopping by.
I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough.
You owe me
to
no
squeeze it a
apologies.
bit more.
It's so hot. You know what? I get that.
You can't
I
have
get
to
that.
try,
Dealing
I
with that
suppose.
summer heat.
That's the spirit.
Do they have you out during the
Get with me.
so hot, been hot, the most hot? Yeah. Has it? They've just been having you out in the heat all the time? Because if so, I get that. We have hit kind of the hottest season of our summer here, and my electric bill doesn't like it
It certainly feels more
at all.
flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders
Yeah,
like
it's
that
outside
stuff I
work
left on your
and
back.
road construction. I get
I'm
that.
telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
All right, weird science. We have the treated potion satchels. Now we have more potions that we get to equip. How have I been? I've been doing good. I got something to show you. Got something to show you. Let's grab it in the box real quick. I think you remember a while ago that I had mentioned that for my D&D stream that we were working on a mini-series after we're done with our Storm King's Thunder full-length campaign, and that I had ordered a miniature. I'd customized a miniature for that. If you remember that, we finally got this bad boy in, and so I'm willing to show you. Might not be here. Alexa, turn the lights on. A little more light in here. So this, if it wants to focus, probably not going to be the easiest because it's a camera. But this is the miniature that I got. This is technically the XL one, but this is, I think, in context of normal size. So the fact that this is larger than most character heights. So if I were to get, for example, where's my case box? If I were to get, this is Lux from Campaign 1, Lux Everest. And this is the size of the XL Mini. So these are side by side. As you can see, obviously a lot bigger. So I think that's what they take into consideration. But these are the Everest brothers. So we have Lux and Nox Everest. And he's got wings, black scale across his torso. I got him a base with rock and some skulls on it. So it's so nice. I love it. I think it did I think it was very, very, very well done on this. So I was very satisfied with how this turned out. And now I gotta put this little guy back in the box, because I'm keeping this hidden from the rest of my party, as one does. I want them to see it when we unbox it, like for that specific session. So it's going to be very, very fun. So I'm super excited. We're getting close to finishing Storm King's Thunder. The last that we had left off on last Monday was they had arrived at the Storm King's court in Maelstrom, which is located under the sea, and they were able to put themselves in a pretty good situation this time. They listened to my advice. I had warned them that since they have only gained one level since their near total party defeat at the hands of Cloud Giants, I said, Storm Giants are no joke, you're in a place full of them. Don't do what you did with the Storm or the Cloud Giants. I won't be able to save you this time. And they did exactly that. They didn't do what they did with the Storm Giants or the Cloud Giants. They were able to not provoke anyone into fighting. They survived a combat encounter that was not meant to be a combat encounter. So
you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it
and they left off at a very interesting spot. So next session they're going to be doing a little bit of some political intrigue while they deal with the Queen Regent, which is the youngest daughter of King Hecaton, and they're going to need to figure out how to find King Hecaton.
A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby.
Nice party growth. Yeah. I mean, it took 4 days of me just reminding them prior to the day. We have a group chat, and I do my best to give them like a, hey, this session, don't stress about anything, you play it how you see fit, you have fun. If there's anything I feel like I just want to warn them about ahead of time, I go, hey, just be careful. My advice for last week was, violence is not the answer in every situation. I said, just think that. That's all I want you to think. Violence is not the answer in every situation. Because I knew that part of the combat encounter they had to endure was in part a puzzle. And I know my party really struggles with puzzles, so it was a combat puzzle, and it was a little rough.
I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
But they did it in 3 rounds, so... you know?
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledges are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
So when we play on
So little
Monday,
about him.
I think we're probably about 2 to
Master of
3
the day, but they
sessions
seem to have
from
fond memories
completing the
of him.
campaign. Granted, it depends on how kind of they play
How long
from
did
here
you
on
know
out.
Sid before he...
Yeah,
He died.
probably 2 to 3. Because the only things that they have to do is they have to find and save King Hecaton, and then upon saving him, they have to kill the dragon. So the end boss is a dragon. They fight it. If they win, they die, they die.
We set
Who
up
knows?
drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own.
Oh, the wholesomeness, the sadness.
Who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Why is everyone all
He was
out of
always
breath?
too clever for his own good. Was Sid.
Oh yeah, we're reminiscing on
Saw
Sid.
the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
That's why he smoked. Is this about them finding the original hideaway?
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right.
I wonder if this is him finding the original hideaway.
That gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
How wholesome.
But I couldn't even do that.
Well, you weren't there. You can't really hold yourself accountable to that. You weren't physically present when he died.
Ignore me. Just
Couldn't have
the
happened.
remnants of a tired old man.
Even if you wanted to have saved him, you were nowhere near him.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone. I'd only have told it to piss off.
I'll be listening while I try to figure out why the Weiss card's making a grinding sound. No, no problem. You enjoy trying to figure that out. That is definitely something that needs to get addressed, and I appreciate the lurk and listen.
It was never just me keeping the hideaway.
Good old lurk and work.
It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
His goblet.
Do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
How wholesome. Alright, so we got Sid's Goblet, some Whiterite, Meteorite, and a Sharp Fang. Now we gather this.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you.
A High Cleric's
You
Medallion.
earned this.
Nice.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Thanks. Onward to Bachland. You have Jill with us on this? We do.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all
Look
official
at
traffic
that.
moved there.
Leaving this one for those living
look at
outside
that.
the law.
Indeed.
Just the,
I doubt we'll be
the
the
work
only
that they
outlaws
put
on
into
the
this
trail
game.
today.
It's just beautiful. Three desert roses. See the canyon. Good old leg eaters. Plus leveling up. Good. 4 pinches of magicked ash. Another side quest to do.
So what do you think?
Jonas,
Don't
Cell
we be
Sword.
lucky to make it out alive?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task? Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Oh, I suppose he's right. Oh, we can help
If
him.
I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
Yeah, lucky
My
you came
broad
along.
shoulders? Okay.
Now,
I like
hoping
my
to make a heavy
broad
person
shoulders.
look bad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Alright. Investigating the cart. Gotta go get the cart.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Ah, nice.
Quietly, you lot. We've got guests.
Must be our bandits.
Correct. Uh-oh. Get wrecked, buddy. Enemies slain. And we level up. Level 38. Kaboom.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
And Falcon kick. Right here. Here's that cart. Inspect the wagon. And let them deal with it.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fallen hunters. Got him. Look at that. They did a beautiful job with the scenery. The final Cid of the Dalmekian Republic.
So this is Zemeckis.
Zemeckis. Cool.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne.
Yeah, each place, like we covered, each land considers their dominance a little bit differently. Granted, most of the places consider them with a huge elevated sense of respect.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean.
In Rosaria, they're put on the throne. In Dalmekia, they're not given that level of power, but they basically are. It's pretty much all but in title.
Father encouraged me.
They get all the influence, all the wealth, all that stuff, but they're not like a king.
Education.
But in the Iron Kingdom, they're viewed as abominations, so it changes, varies. It's a dependent variable.
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
That don't sound like nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father.
Oh yeah, more on the
You
new
have surrendered
emperor.
the throne to Olivier.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is pissed. He is not happy about that, by the way. He was at war, and they told him via letter that they had just stolen his throne and gave it to Olivier. Dion is pissed, and rightfully so. Rightfully angry.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to to rule.
And that's not Dion?
And I can think of none better suited to the task.
I can think of, like, at least one person better suited to the task. Probably, I don't know, your oldest
There is
son?
other news, Dion.
You know, it's a wild guess. I could be reaching.
Dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm.
Want a puppet?
And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Uh-oh. Should not have said that to Dion.
Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
You should not have said that to Dion. The dude can turn into a dragon. You really think he cares? The guy can turn into a dragon. He's pissed. You can see it. He's so angry.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreak.
Good old mighty Sanbreak.
Father.
Oh, he's still angry.
I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Uh-oh.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with
Look
silly
at the toy.
old
The toy's
men.
got glowing eyes. That's
They're
not good.
so
I don't like that.
boring.
You gotta break the toy. They got a puppet. It's Annabelle.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
Oh, he's gonna get more pissed.
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough.
Baseborn.
You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Pretty bold words to be using with a man that could transform into a dragon. I don't know. She is just all kinds of... I don't like her. For those who don't remember, Lady Annabelle Lesage is Clive's mother, who betrayed the Duchy of Rosaria and handed the entire province over to Emperor Sylvester Lesage at the Night of Flames when the Empire attacked at the Phoenix Gate and slaughtered everyone.
The Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened.
So our goal from here is we're trying to get into the city of Twinside, because Twinside's where the next Mother Crystal is located, and obviously we're here to destroy all the Mother Crystals. We've destroyed 3 out of 5, we have 2 left to go, and the last one's in Waloed. We will worry about Waloed later. We have to deal with, well, the one at Twinside first. Ooh, parry! Woo. Get wrecked. The Bach lad.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
This is everything.
Let me carry your goods. Peaches and pears.
Beets and beans? Hold on, guys. I gotta go get the beans.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not now.
Oh, they're struggling, you can see.
You're more than welcome to look.
I mean, you know, they've only had like 4 wars on this continent in the past 5 years, so... You know, what can you say about their economy right now? It's probably not the best. All funds are being redirected to the war effort. All the good stuff's getting redirected to the war effort. Everything's about the war effort. So I'm pretty sure people are struggling a bit.
The legitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border.
Okay, so we're still on the Dalmekian side of things, and so the Dalmeks are kind of at an impasse, especially because now that Hugo Kook is dead, they are kind of at the will of the Holy Empire. So they're saying, like, hey, we can't let anyone through. They've made it very clear only certain people can get through, and so we have to figure that out. That would get us into Twinside.
Let's go and find Good, shall we?
And Goots has a merchant pass, so he can get us in. But we gotta go find him.
He must be around here somewhere.
Not hard to find the big dude. The guy's a giant. Oh, Goots.
Oh, Goots. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bach lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo then.
And the other on our purses.
What's next in the check?
Out of my sight, wretch!
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either?
No, we were 100% dependent on Goods' trader pass. That is correct.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them.
Uh-oh.
And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
Looks like we're gonna have to go fight little kids. We're gonna have to go find little kids, not fight them.
Right.
Find them.
We'll help.
We're gonna find them.
Thank you kindly.
We'll beat them up.
But I don't know your name.
Once we catch them,
Eloise
they're
at your
done.
service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing
I
business
can't
with you,
make
Clive.
that call verbatim, but when I find him. Okay, so we are going to go hunt down the little child who has decided to steal our trader's pass from Goods, and we need that to get to
The
Twinside.
proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Alright, to catch a thief. Off we go. Sorry, let's first buy a few more potions, because we've increased our satchel amount.
You've a discerning eye. A fine choice.
Yeah, let's buy that.
You've a discerning eye.
And then let's sell. We gotta have some stuff here. Okay, so we want to start with not the orichalcum. We do want to sell all 11 of our gill bugs.
Thank you.
All 20 of our black blood.
You're sure you don't
all
need
18
it?
of our goblin coins.
Just what I was looking
and
for.
our empty shard. Okay,
Thank
sold all of our valuables.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Okay, so now we're off to the furniture maker. Amidst this market, we must find the children.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Excuse me? Snake spit? Hello?
Are
What
you
is
a
that?
furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular?
Furniture?
Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
Yeah, because he's a big guy. He's got a lot of stuff on him.
Trying to track down the children
Goose is a mountain walking. Quite literally, a mountain walking.
Thank you. Do well.
Okay, now we're off to the fishmonger. From the furniture maker to the fishmonger. And the fishmonger. It's a lot of fish.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you?
That does actually sound
sorry.
quite delicious.
Message
not
from
gonna lie.
Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
I feel like that's not... When we're dealing with, like, little criminal kids,
Remember when half
you know?
the
Because
people-
these are kids that run around stealing stuff from people. I feel like they're a little bit better on the ends of, like, not ratting people out. So then you kind of have to approach that issue where it's like, you like grab them by the little shirt and like, you listen here, little bugger. Like, you don't tell me what I want to know. I'm gonna punch you. And like, you're punching a kid. That's just totally messed up. How do we get this information out of these guys? We throw Jill at them.
To do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
See what I mean? Told you.
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
I told you. They're good at this. They know. They know how this works.
I'll take them.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know.
Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Yeah, I feel like he's lying. That kid's lying.
Excuse me?
What do you want?
Tell me what you know, little turd, or I'll throw you in a microwave. It's like,
We're not
yeah.
going to hurt you.
I have the power of the
Just
Phoenix,
want to
okay?
talk.
I can just heat wave.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers.
Oh no,
We
it's
need to know
terrible.
who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Okay, see, this kid's
Do you
being
know where your
honest.
friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy!
Oh, it's the kid that lied to us.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
Yo, he just called Goots a donkey.
Popped his boots off him.
I didn't know we had Gordon Ramsay in the
Wish we hadn't
in the
handed over
house.
the pass though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
Run!
What do we do?
Good great grand, the
If you get
car's
caught, if you
power
run,
steering
I'm off.
pump has mostly fallen off and is grinding the pulley against the frame wheel.
going?
That okay.
So that was Hunter, eh?
That's no good.
Jill, you watch these two.
That's no good at all.
I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
The Chocobo Tamer.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen.
It's gonna be a great Saturday. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be swell. What a fantastic time. Found you, little booger.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Oh, he's on our side.
We're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
that brooch? Where did you get it?
Because we're on the same side, buddy.
Master Theo.
It's Goots, the big donkey.
What are you doing with these people?
I like how he's hiding behind a
Yes.
rock with the kid
You're the
that
ones
just called
my
him a
sister
big
was
fat
talking
donkey,
about.
not like 5 minutes ago.
Your sister?
Yeah, he's on our side. He wants to get at the cast stones too. We'll help him. It's gotta happen.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Oh, I gotta speak with the guy. I was like, alright, let's get going. I gotta speak to the dang guy.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones, and we crush them. You get your traders pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
That's that then.
Daddy.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
Yeah, get him. You took our trader pass, bro. I need that bag. Wave or rising flames.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
0 experience? Are you freaking kidding me right now? I just killed 4 dudes and I get no experience for that? Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not sure if I like that at all. Okay. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Not bravery. Oh no, whatever will we do? Dead.
Foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
They had a big boy.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the caste.
Yeah, did you hear that? He said he's got nimble fingers. It'll be a shame when they chop them off, which means that these guys they rotate through, they have a turnover rate for these kids that they're making steal stuff because they know eventually they get caught and they know eventually they get punished. And when they get punished, they can't steal anymore. It's always been a historical punishment for thievery to remove hands or fingers. It's seen as a way of ensuring that the crime never happens again. Big boy Castone. Ah, yeah, jinxed. Uh-oh. Got him. Look at that. Almost 12,000 points of damage at the tail end of his life cycle. Next boss we fight, like major boss, we're going to have to see how much damage we can put out. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have to kind of stagger it too. So once we hit like that last leg of his stagger bar, we're going to have to hold off on abilities, let things recharge naturally, and then start breaking that bar. Because we won't want to do it with our onslaught of abilities. We'll want to break it just with natural sword hits, magic bursts, things like that, shift strikes,
and traders' passes.
And then go from there.
Dozens of them.
Yeah, they've shown a lot.
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Alright. Now we go back to Bocklid. We got to return to Eloise.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
No.
Quite the opposite.
No. We got in his way. He was hunted the Castones too.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all.
Why'd you have to say it like that? It was the cost stones. What?
3 problems
Why?
at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
No.
I will.
No.
Thank you.
No, I will do no such thing.
Well, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back.
Fine, I'll do it.
Sorting through it all.
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom.
I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly.
I swear I've
Would
never
it
seen
now?
this happen before. What,
See.
the steering pump? Your power steering pump?
Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
Yeah, it's either half off or something bent so the pulley isn't on the same plane as the other pulleys. Oh, that's definitely not good.
Here, Clive. This is
I wonder how that happens. We got the Crimson Compass.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places while I have associates in lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
The seal has been conjoined to form the collar and compass.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say...
Somehow the belt is still on and not entirely shredded.
Try the caravan.
It must be fun. Not at all. Not fun. Not fun. Woo! Big sneeze.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
If I knew arrival.
Now I just need to see about getting the work. I want to know right away. Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you know of it, then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman
Clearly.
who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Oh, of course. Sounds simple enough.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Bearer of good news. And here I thought I gave up turning wrenches on stuff. When you think you'll never do it again, is when you'll inevitably go and do it again. You want something moving, then Aldrich is your man. He's never lost a load, and he's a third the price of the Crimson Caravans. Don't bother with the best, put Aldrich to the test.
Hurry, man.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's
What's
you,
a
is it?
porter? Is
That's
that like
me
a...
right enough. You need something delivered.
You can keep it sent me. He said
Person
there's a couple
employed to
of
carry
Gotan
luggage and
66
other
with your
loads,
name
especially
on
in
it
a
when you
railroad
got today.
station, airport, or hotel.
A 66?
Okay.
If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from San Brad.
That's fair.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. They'd Soraflam one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer
At least
routes.
a car is far less
I'd say
complicated
I've
than a
done enough today to
helicopter.
earn myself a
Oh,
cup of
yeah,
something
you're not
tasty.
wrong.
Thanks
You're
for
not
letting
wrong.
me know.
Yeah, I just got done having to get my clock spring replaced inside of my steering wheel because it stopped
I
working.
see you've been of some assistance to Eloise.
So it was
Perhaps
messing
you
with
can
my
extend
airbag
me the
system
same
as a result of
kindness?
that.
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Yeah, we'll help.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Okay, do this quest. So we're gonna wrap up these side quests because the very next thing that we're gonna have to do is a very long segment of the game. And so what I don't want to do is I don't want to start it and then have to stop it halfway through. So we'll have to end a little bit earlier today than I think. It depends on how quick we can get these side quests done. But when we hit Twinside, we'll want to do Twinside in bulk. So we're going to do Twinside all in one day.
Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemekian history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, will you ever party to a finer proposition?
No. Let's do it.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
We're going to wrap up the Bearer of Good News and then head out for the other two quests.
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow.
Which means
My
from
old man
Waloed.
knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
Yeah, so occasionally they'll get stuff from Waloed as well.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted swines. Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Alright, now we head back.
The Empire's your enemy, not us.
We cannot speak to Goots, because if we do, it starts the next leg of the journey. And it takes us to Twinside. Because again, what we're trying to do here is destroy this Mother Crystal. And so we have to get through the North Gate, because the North Gate allows us to... Boom. There you go. So. Fun stuff. I like how they've tried to cordon off borders with these, like, weird fences. Or these, like, chain marks. But it's very difficult. Because then so you can see, like, the Holy Empire of Sunbreak doesn't go down here. It goes to this gate, right? So it goes all the way around. And then this is where it splits. This is the border between it and Rosaria. And then it goes all the way up here. But granted, obviously, this is all blighted deadlands. So... But we gotta get to Twinside. We got a Mother Crystal to destroy. So we are not going to speak with Goots. Otherwise, he's gonna take us there. I don't want to go there just yet. I want to finish up these side quests. The entire scenario at Twinsides is probably one of my favorite in the game. So it is definitely going to be something that I want to throw my entire attention to.
Had brought... I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. Bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the...
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want?
I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? I got off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Oh no,
Not surprised.
he's a little bitch. The ne'er-do-well.
You're finished.
Got him. Oh, do you see how? So he stabs, and then you see how he's using. He's got the sword held like on this side, and he's using that to flip it around because it's upside down. That's interesting. So like he stabs it, and when he picks it up, like he stabs it down, and then he picks it up on the side. So like here's the sword, right? He stabs it, and then he goes to pick it up to like rotate it, and he's using his wrist and the hilt to make that maneuver so that he can pick it back up. Because otherwise he could stab it, right? So here, if this is the blade, he could stab it and then go around to pick it up, or to go around and pick it up. He's not doing that. He's going off to the side, so it shows his swordsmanship is a little bit way more trained.
Whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
It's fair.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We're going to ask outside the markets about the missing sellsword. That's what this guy's here for, this refugee.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks.
Uh-oh.
Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Not on my watch.
Now, you've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Yeah, it's kind of those like, thanks for helping us, but probably should listen to your mom, because if we were not the type of people that would use that information to help this old man out, then you kind of just signed his death warrant. Okay, ancient sword. Uh-oh. Let's give it a look. Okay. Kind of stupid, but we have the Excalibur, so don't care. Goblins. A Goblin King.
They don't look happy to see me.
Like in one full unload of abilities, we pretty much killed this guy. Boom! Killed him with a charge shot. Enemy bested. Only 34.6 experience. Are you kidding me right now? Am I a joke to you? Is that what I am? I'm just a big joke?
Let's get this over with.
Rude.
Stop. Don't kill him. He's just protecting his home.
Joseph. So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Oh, I've been gone that long.
Yep.
It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself.
The goblin has a little mustache.
I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. And I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the
Is that a
area.
fork on his
They've
crown?
survived
On the
some
back?
barren lands, so
I feel like his...
I've been
I feel like the back of his crown was made had a fork on it.
Once they've learned to
I
hunt
want to see
and
it closer.
forage,
I mean, I doubt it's
they
going to
won't
give me a
be fool
closer
enough to
look.
risk their
If
necks
it
in
puts it on his
blood.
face.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is
Trying
done.
to see.
Oh, and
Okay, can you like
don't
turn your head, buddy?
mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, I can't see. I can't see his heads. No. Oh, we'll be able to. Yeah, we'll be able to check. No, that's not a fork. It is a fork. Woo! Look at that. It's a fork. That's funny. I can't believe I caught that. Out of all the fixtures of his helmet, or of his crown, one was a fork. Steps of the Forgotten. So all we gotta do is wrap up this last part with, Yakim. Dinner utensils at the ready.
Can I borrow you 2 seconds?
Give me just 1 second. But yeah, we gotta go deal with Yakim and save him from one last group of people, and then go turn in the quests, and then we will be good to end it for the day. So it looks like we'll probably just end up probably about just a little bit around a half hour early.
None. Alright then.
So that we can do the twin side scenario next week. Bye. Uh-oh. I didn't know there was one left. Not anymore. Look at all that blood. Look at all the blood.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
Yeah, no, sorry, there's one last spot with Yakim. We actually have a bigger minion to fight on this one. I think we have one of those like fallen tech creature things. Speak with Kaveta? Kata? Who knows? Kaveta.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
How we're going to test how much damage we can do. There we go. Alright, let's go. Full in. Okay, we can at least do 18,000 points of damage. But see, like, that's what you gotta do in order to test, like, how much your damage capacity is you just kind of get that stagger bar broken down without using the abilities, have them all saved up, and then once you're done, just unload. Full unload.
Peace. It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth,
all he wanted was for us to just
here
listen to his
was all
stories.
I really desired. You
Come
see,
on.
even my
He
fellow
puts
scholars
himself
have grown
and
somewhat
us in
weary
harm's
of my
way
using
just to be able to speak to someone.
And so I
Talk about
came
depressing.
upon the idea of purchasing a companion, a captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Quest complete.
This is everything?
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Alright, well, with that being said, we've completed all of our quests. We'll go head over to Goods. We won't talk to him yet. We're just going to head over to him, and then we'll go ahead and save it there. We're going to want to do, the entire Twin Side scenario in one go, so that gives us more than enough stuff to do for next time we stream. Once we destroy the Mother Crystal and get through everything that we have there, obviously we'll be prepping to head to Elude to destroy the final Mother Crystal. So we will go ahead and save it here next to Goots. We will pick up here next week. It's been a pretty productive week in terms of the current streams, and as we're getting ready to conclude the game, we still have a decent way to go, but we are well over halfway through. Once we get done with everything, then obviously we will go back to our original stream scheduling in terms of just playing a few different games. We have to wrap up Hogwarts Legacy, we have to wrap up Elden Ring, and Final Fantasy X, which I've been working on in the meantime to try to get prepped for some of the Dark Aeons and things like that. So we'll be working on that. Outside of that, it's been a great start and continuation of everything. Once we're done we're going to try to see which we wrap up first, whether it's Elden Ring or Hogwarts, but we're going to prioritize Elden Ring and Final Fantasy, keeping one day at the current moment for Hogwarts to make sure that we're keeping up with it. And then once we're done with that, then we'll be able to kind of redo our stream schedule. I want to complete those 3 games before we tackle anything new. And then we're going to see if we'll make some changes to the stream schedule. Try to probably minimize the amount of games we're playing on hand at a time, but that'll be more to determine, later as we go on. So we have officially saved it. As you can see, I have officially platinumed the game. I did beat it on Final Fantasy mode, and that is why I have here, the Platinum Trophy, all the good stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun stuff moving forward. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. We'll see you on Tuesday. If you are interested in joining my Dungeons and Dragons stream, if you're watching this on YouTube or watching live, it's the Couch Co-op 5e. You can check us out. We have a channel on YouTube, which is what we primarily throw all of our videos to. That's our focus. But we stream live on Twitch on Monday nights, so you can always check us out live. Astronaut, as always, thank you so much for spending some time. I know that you had kind of a busy day and have been busy over the past few days and past weeks and all the fun stuff. So thank you so much for carving out just a little bit of some time to hang out for the day. Hope you have a great rest of your day and that your next week starts off well. We'll see everyone around, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.